Welcome to security configuration demo. So to manage security under Jenkins, you need to go under manage Jenkins, and then under that, under security, you need to go under configure global security, right? Now there are multiple options to manage global security here. So disable remember me, this feature will disable the checkbox which is present on login page where you can we can select remember me. Security and Jenkins own user base, and if you select this allow user to sign up, then a user will be able to sign up from login page. But generally in companies, most of the companies doesn't do that because of the security reason. So for proper security, make sure this is actually selected, Jenkins own user in it, and this checkbox is not selected. Now authorization. Now here we can actually have the authorization facility where we can identify what a authorized user can do and what a non-authorized user can do. And even in authorized users, we can have groups like admin can do everything, but a job level user will actually can manage only jobs. So how can we do that? So there are multiple options. So if I select this, anyone can do anything, then I save this. Then if you see, I log out, even after logout, I see all the options, right? So which is pretty dangerous. We don't want to give everything for the user. So that's why in security settings, we actually remove this flag, anyone can do anything. So for that, I will log in again with my user, Spring People admin user. And I will not select this option. So legacy mode is basically the previous mode, like 1.0 mode of Jenkins. Don't need to see that. Now logged in users can do anything. So now here I have option logged in user can do anything, and with that I can say allow anonymous read only access. So earlier we could do any option. With this option anyone can do anything. We can actually create user and other things also, but if I do this now, if I'm a logged in user, then I can perform any action. So if I save this, but if you see I can under manage user, I actually can add user, right? But if I'm not logged in, now if you see, I can see the builds and other things, but I can't see the user management option. It is saying me to log in. So this is kind of a read-only view. So if it is an company's intranet and it is accessed by VPN, then it is a good option. You want to share Jenkins read-only view with everyone. But in that also, sometimes you don't want to for non-technical people, you don't want to see them the view of Jenkins job, etc. So for them there is a third option. Let's talk about third option. Again, I'll go in global security. So there is a third option, matrix based security. Both are same. In this we actually have it on Jenkins level or for every project, and in project level you can actually have it for project wise project. So I'll give you the demo of matrix based security. Now here you can select what a non-user can do and what a authentication user can do, right? So let's say I would say remove all entities for non-authentication user. So now if I save this and now I log in, see, now a non-authentication user can't see anything, which is a good way to like secure your Jenkins jobs and everything and the views from non-technical person or the person you don't want to give access to. So if it is a public URL, you don't want to have it publicly available to everyone. So that time having this login page, so this setting with matrix level setting where unauthentication user can't do anything is very useful. So this is the third level security. Now we have one more security where we can have user level security also. So we can, so in that what we can configure, we can say that certain users can do certain tasks and then certain users can do certain tasks. So in this section itself, I would say that this Spring People admin is an admin. Now I will add user or group name. So let's say job manager. I will save it. I will add one user under job manager. Then I will configure this user so that he is part of that group. Okay, so now let's go to the security management. And here I could say this job manager will only able to create perform actions related to jobs only. Okay. So now this is a security level 3 where anonymous users can't do anything. Authentication user can do everything in a read-only view. Is a admin level user, Spring People user can do everything related to Jenkins. And then a job manager user can do everything related to jobs only. He will not have the access to create users or manage credentials or anything. So if I save this and try to log in with job manager, you will see the job manager view. Okay, I think we missed out the overall read only permission. So let's log in with Spring People admin again and change the overall permission of job manager user. So overall is read, but he can actually create and update jobs. Now let's log out and log in again with job manager. Okay, so he can't see manage Jenkins option, he can't see other views, but he can actually create job, he can actually manage job, he can actually build view, build queue, he can actually build view, build executors. So that is how you can manage security. So you can have three level of security. For non-authentication user, you can have either I can have, you can have a view, read only view, or you can say if it is a public Jenkins server, then you can say that you need to log in. For login users, you can have multiple views. So one is basically admin user, which can do anything and manage anything. And then we can create multiple user based on their category. So if somebody in your team is actually only managing jobs, so you can have a job level user and then provide the job level accesses. If somebody in your company is actually managing agents, you can have agent level access and then provide only an agent level accesses to that particular user. So that is how you can manage user level security in Jenkins. Let's see if something is remaining in security level. So authorization, I would say anyone can log in. Basically, it's an open access, which should not be recommended. Metrics wise, logged in user can do anything, and other user can view in read-only access. This is useful when you have internet access where only your company people can access it through VPN. Then you can have this option. Otherwise, this is the best option. If Jenkins is in public URL, you can have a admin user and other users based on their job profile. Some users can only manage agents, some user can only manage jobs, some user can only run these commands, and so on. So this is pretty useful in that terms. Now apart from that, there are some security settings warning here. API token. So earlier, basically, Jenkins used to give an API token for a particular user, but now it is enabled through settings. Uh, yeah, so I don't think there is anything left in that. So that's how you can manage security in Jenkins for different user level and unauthorized users. See, thank you for taking this. See you in the next demo.